Hi, this is Joe Smith, Supply and Equipment Coordinator with the Orange County Fire Authority. I'd like to take a couple of minutes to demonstrate how to use the EMS section's Equipment Tracking Management System. In this database, we'll be tracking all of our equipment, and that includes things like ZOLL monitors, AEDs, ZOLL batteries, ZOLL charging units, impact suction units. We'll also be tracking all of the equipment in our battalion loaner caches, and we'll also be tracking equipment in the service center. It's things like our mannequins and nurse educator training equipment. So once the information's been captured in the database, the only time you'll really need to come back here to use it is when a piece of equipment moves, i.e. a ZOLL monitor fails and it needs to go in for repair, in which case you would need to make two entries. The first one would be for the ZOLL monitor that failed, and another one for the equipment that came out of the battalion loaner cache that went into service. Anytime a change is made in the system, it will automatically generate an email to the Supply and Equipment Coordinator, who will either approve, edit, or decline their request, and the system will be updated automatically. This way, the Supply and Equipment Coordinator will be able to track the movement of all EMS equipment, and it will give our operations folks accurate information on the availability of needed equipment. That said, I'll just jump right into it here. You can see that we're going to start off here at the home page inside OCFA. Across the top, you'll see a number of tabs. We're looking for the Operations tab. I'm going to put my cursor right here, and then I'm going to select this drop down, and then I'm going to slide over and select Emergency Medical Services. This will take you to the EMS team site, and over on the left side of the page there you can see where it says Asset Inventory. There are a number of items there: Ops in Service, EMS, Equipment, Battalion Loaner, Service Center, Nurse Educator equipment. For the purposes of this tutorial, what I'll do is I'll just enter some equipment into the Ops in Service equipment. And Operations in Service equipment is any equipment that's kept on a piece of apparatus that's in service, such as Engine 64, as a ZOLL monitor at Engine 64. That would be a piece of equipment that is in the Ops in Service equipment. I'll select this. I'm going to enter a new piece of equipment, or I'm going to add a new entry. I'll select this drop down arrow, and again I'll select Ops in Service equipment. That will open up this page. At the top I'll be looking for EMS equipment types. Select the drop down arrow. I'm going to come down and look for an ZOLL E-Series monitor, asset tag number, serial number. This is the station that the equipment is currently kept. We're going to say it's station 64. Is it available? In this case, this piece of equipment is going to be on Engine 64, so it's not available. It's not in a battalion loaner cache, and it's not a piece of loaner equipment at the service center, so it is not available. It is assigned to Engine 64. Date in service would be the date that the device went into service. If you have that information, it's not required, but if you do, it's helpful to have that. There's a nice calendar here. You just open that, and this is a very new monitor, so we'll just say that's when it went into service. Location, nothing needs to be placed in that data field. If you have any comments that you need to make, you can put those there. Last updated, and that was today. And the very last thing down here, initial inventory completed by. That is the person that initially does this inventory. And down here, this is a lookup, so we're going to click this, and I'll type in my name. Come over here and select the search, and I'm going to look for myself. There I am, and I'm going to click OK to submit this. And that's it, basically. That's for a ZOLL monitor. If I wanted to enter a battery, something that is notable is that when you enter that, again, new, Ops in Service, equipment type. I'm going to look for a ZOLL battery. We all have a number of ZOLL batteries. Usually we have 3 batteries per ZOLL unit, and each of these batteries will need their own entry. So we're going to put battery 1. There is no asset tag number, but there is a serial number, and that's important. The station, we'll call this one Fire Station 49. Is it available? Nope. Assigned to Looking for truck 49. There's a date on that battery, and I'll put that number in there. Battalion 6, Division 3. Any comments? Last updated was today. And then again, and hit OK. And then once you're in here, you can also see that there's EMS managed equipment, stuff that's assigned to the EMS section, things like our Pyxis med stations, battalion loaner equipment. There's not a lot of stuff in there at this point, but there will be. Service center loaner equipment. This will also be filled up. Nurse educator training equipment. So take a look at it. Please enter your information in here. If you have any questions, please contact the supply and equipment coordinator. That's all. Thanks.